the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Rob with the Boxing Voice here with Miguel Flores after a really impressive second round knockout of your opponent from Ghana, who's, you know, typically these guys come over and they're pretty tough, but you dissected them. You pretty much showed different angles and different punches. How do you feel about your performance?
I was a bit surprised of, I guess, how good I looked. I was surprised because I was hitting him so easy, so I kind of figured he was going to try to come with something big, and I even saw my corner, I'm hitting him so easy, you know, but they still said, you know, don't get lazy in there, you have to watch out, and, you know, the body shots never fail. I heard him with a body shot, and I was trying to stay calm because a dangerous fighter is always, a hurt fighter is always more dangerous. So when I heard him with that first body shot, I was like, stay patient, I know this is not the end, and, you know, the knockout came with a body shot that I didn't even try to hurt him with.
Okay, yeah, and that's what it seemed like you were dissecting him. You started working with the uppercut. Once he started closing his guard, you know, with his arms a little closer, you went around to the ribs. And is that what you saw, where you're just kind of like you were making him give you the openings that you wanted until you can land that body shot?
Yes, well, you know, it was barely early in the fight. I try to work different things, work the jab to the body. I was trying to work the uppercuts, you know, just give him different looks. Work the body as well, the left hook to the body. The problem is some of these guys, they see me throw the left hook to the body, so they kind of tightening up on that side. But this guy, I guess he never saw tape on me or something, but that body shot just landed perfect.
All right. I mean, like you said, you were kind of surprised. So what was going through your head when you saw him go down, and he went down pretty hard off that shot, and you know, and the shot landed perfectly? Is it like echoed throughout the building?
Yes. I mean, the body shot landed perfect, and my last fight, I dropped a guy with the same shot, and he got up. So, you know, I kind of stayed there and waited because I'm like, you know, he might get up. But no, I mean, it was a perfect placed body shot. And, you know, when the ref was at 8, I was like, oh, he's not getting up.
Yeah. And you're from Mexico, and now you live in Houston. So where do you get your style from, man? What makes you want to fight the way you fight?
I mean, I just like mixing it up, man. I look at the Mexican greats, Julio Cesar Chavez, my all-time favorite, Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, and, you know, I try to get little things from them to make me a different fighter, but with the same, you know, with the same tools that they have.
All right, and you've had a pretty active year with 4 fights, and we know that you're from, now that you live in Texas, and PBC seems to be lining up these Texas dates one after another. You came out pretty unscathed. Is there any chance of you maybe being on one of these December cards, or even at the end of this month?
Yes, actually, I'm going to sit down and talk with my manager, Luis de Cubas Jr., and see if we can squeeze one more in before the end of the year. You know, sometimes training camps are harder than fights, like tonight. So, you know, my body needs some rest at the same time. But, you know, if they're ready to put us on next month, we'll be more than glad to go.
All right, when are you getting back in the gym?
Hopefully, man, I'm going to take some days off. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I'm going to be back in the gym tomorrow. But take the rest of this week off and be back in the gym Monday. You know, I don't want to get too much out of shape because then it's hard to get back in shape.
And last question, now that you're 19-0, you're already getting to that the numbers where you start really breaking into contendership. What do you want out of 2016, and what are the talks, if any, with Al Haymon?
You know, just be patient. I'm a five-year pro already, and I know I'm not ready for a world title quite yet. I have to work more, and you know, hopefully by the end of next year, I'll be ready for a world title.
All right, congratulations again. That was really impressive stuff. Now, for the fans that want to follow you and get more work, do you have any social media they can follow you on?
Yes, I do. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, _Michoacano 2, and on Instagram on the same, and just Facebook, Miguel Flores.
All right, thank you, and congratulations.